People love to say, well, once you hit 70, muscle loss is just part of getting older. I'm here to tell you that's flat out wrong. Yes, it's common to lose muscle after 70, but common doesn't mean normal, and it sure doesn't mean unavoidable. Muscle loss is not some mysterious curse that strikes you because you had a birthday. It happens because the body isn't getting what it needs to maintain and rebuild muscle tissue. And the good news is when you give your body the right tools, it can and will keep building muscle well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Here's the truth most people miss. Your muscles are living, dynamic tissue. They're not just for lifting groceries or climbing stairs. They're your body's storage for amino acids. They help regulate blood sugar. They protect your joints, and they literally keep you from falling and breaking bones. When you start losing muscle, you're not just losing strength, you're losing your independence. But your body never loses the ability to respond to the right signals. Even at 70 or 80 years old, when you give your body the proper stimulus, enough high-quality protein, and regular resistance training, your muscle fibers can grow stronger and thicker. That's a scientific fact, not wishful thinking. The reason so many people over 70 lose muscle isn't because of their age. It's because of chronic undereating of protein, too much reliance on processed carbs, and a lack of physical challenge for their muscles. If you sit in a chair most of the day, your body gets the message, we don't need this muscle anymore. And trust me, your body is very efficient at getting rid of what it thinks you don't need. But the reverse is also true. When you lift, push, pull, and move regularly, your body gets the message loud and clear. We need this muscle. Let's keep it. Nutrition plays the other half of the role. If you're eating toast and jam for breakfast, soup and crackers for lunch, and a small piece of meat with a pile of potatoes for dinner, you are starving your muscles of the amino acids they need. Protein is the building block, and you need enough of it to keep the muscle you have and to build more. After 70, you actually need more protein per pound of body weight than when you were younger, because your body becomes less efficient at using it. That means every meal needs a serious source of complete protein: beef, chicken, pork, fish, or eggs. If you combine that with consistent resistance training, and I don't mean running marathons, I mean lifting things that challenge you, your body can and will adapt. You can walk into your 80s with strong legs, a solid grip, and the confidence to move through your day without fear of falling. Muscle loss after 70 isn't inevitable. It's a choice, and it's one you have the power to reverse starting right now. Protein is the sovereign nutrient, the undisputed ruler in the kingdom of muscle and strength. All other nutrients may play their part, but they are ministers, advisors, and servants. Protein alone wears the crown because it is the raw material from which the body forges power. Without it, every attempt to build or preserve muscle is an act of rebellion doomed to fail. The body is pragmatic. It will not waste energy constructing what it cannot maintain. In the politics of the human body, amino acids are currency and protein is the treasury. Those who possess abundance can command repair, growth, and resilience. Those who are poor in protein suffer decline, weakness, and eventual surrender to frailty. As the years advance, the cost of maintaining muscle rises. The body becomes less efficient at using the currency it's given. The wise therefore increase their supply. They seek the richest sources: meats, eggs, fish, foods dense with the full spectrum of essential amino acids. Anything less is an alliance with weakness. Many are seduced by the rhetoric of balance, told they need a little of everything. They fill their plates with grains and fruits, thinking they are nourishing themselves, yet the throne of protein sits empty. Muscle fades quietly in this vacuum of leadership. The seasoned strategist understands that without the ruler, the kingdom falls into disrepair. To place protein at the center is to secure your borders, to keep invaders, injury, illness, frailty at bay. It is to command the forces of recovery after exertion, to project strength outward in every movement. You cannot cheat this law of nature. Bow to the king and you will be rewarded with vigor. Ignore him and you'll be ruled by decay. Leucine is one of those words most people have never heard, yet it's one of the most powerful tools in your body's muscle-building toolbox. It's not a supplement cooked up in some lab. It's a naturally occurring amino acid found in real food, and it's what I call the muscle switch. When you eat enough leucine in a meal, your body gets a loud, clear signal. We've got the building materials we need. Let's start making more muscle. Without enough leucine, that signal never gets sent, no matter how much you work out. Here's why it matters so much. Especially after 70, your body is constantly breaking down and rebuilding muscle tissue. When you're young, that rebuilding process is efficient, almost automatic. But as you age, the system gets stingier. The same small amount of protein that used to trigger muscle growth at 30 won't cut it at 70. Your muscle switch becomes harder to flip, and that's where leucine comes in. It's the amino acid most responsible for turning on what scientists call muscle protein synthesis. Without enough of it, your body stays in maintenance mode, or worse, in loss mode. The best sources of leucine aren't powders or pills, they're real whole foods, and almost all of them are animal-based. Beef, chicken, pork, eggs, and fish are loaded with it. These foods don't just give you leucine, they give it to you in the right balance with all the other amino acids your muscles need to actually build and repair themselves. Plant sources like beans or tofu may contain some leucine, but you'd have to eat massive amounts to match what you get from a modest portion of steak or eggs, and that's not realistic or healthy for most seniors. If you're over 70, every single meal is an opportunity to flip that muscle switch. That means aiming for at least 2.53 grams of leucine in each meal, which you'll get from roughly 30 grams of high-quality animal protein. Think of a breakfast with 3 eggs and a side of sausage, a lunch with a hearty portion of chicken breast, or a dinner with a generous serving of salmon. This isn't overdoing it. This is giving your body exactly what it needs to keep you strong and independent. I've seen seniors double their strength, improve their balance, and reverse years of muscle loss just by consistently hitting that leucine target and pairing it with some resistance training. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, and it doesn't require a gym membership. All it takes is understanding that leucine is the on-off switch for muscle growth and making sure you flip it on every day for the rest of your life. The power is on your plate. Use it. When it comes to building and keeping muscle after 70, not all proteins are created equal. You've probably heard that you can get protein from plants or from animals, and technically that's true. But here's the part that most dietitians and doctors gloss over. The quality, digestibility, and muscle building potential of animal-based protein is far superior to plant protein, especially for seniors. And if you're over 70, you can't afford to waste time or calories on second-rate protein. Let's break it down. Protein is made up of amino acids. Some of these amino acids are essential, meaning your body can't make them. You have to get them from food. Animal proteins, beef, chicken, pork, fish, eggs, dairy contain all of these essential amino acids in the exact ratios your body needs. That's called complete protein. Plants, on the other hand, are almost always incomplete, missing one or more of these critical amino acids. You could combine different plants to try to get the full profile, but you'd have to eat huge amounts of food to hit the same level, and even then your body won't use it as efficiently. Another problem, digestibility. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient at breaking down protein and absorbing amino acids. Animal proteins are easier for your body to digest and absorb, which means more of the protein you eat actually makes it to your muscles. Plant proteins are bound up with fiber, anti-nutrients, and other compounds that slow down or block absorption. That's not an issue for a 25-year-old eating massive portions, but for someone over 70 with a smaller appetite, every gram counts. Then there's leucine, the muscle switch amino acid I've talked about before. Animal proteins are naturally rich in leucine. A modest serving of steak, eggs, chicken, or salmon will give you enough leucine to flip that switch and start building muscle. To get the same amount from beans, lentils, or quinoa, you'd have to eat 2 or 3 times the volume, which means more calories, more carbs, and often more digestive discomfort. That's just not practical for most seniors. Some people avoid animal protein because they've been told it's bad for their heart or kidneys, but the science simply doesn't back that up, especially in older adults. In fact, not eating enough high-quality protein leads to faster muscle loss, weaker bones, poorer balance, and a greater risk of falls and fractures. The truth is, animal protein is one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can eat, providing not just amino acids, but also vitamins like B12, minerals like zinc and iron, and healthy fats that support hormone health. If you're over 70, think of animal protein as your muscle insurance policy. Include a solid portion at every meal, eggs at breakfast, chicken or fish at lunch, beef or pork at dinner. Stop thinking of protein as just another part of the meal and start thinking of it as the foundation. Because when it comes to keeping your strength, independence, and vitality, animal protein isn't just better than plant protein, it's the only choice that gives you the results you want. When most people think about building or maintaining muscle, they immediately think of protein. And yes, protein is absolutely vital, but there's another major player that often gets ignored: healthy fats. Without enough of the right fats, your hormones suffer, and without strong, balanced hormones, your ability to build or maintain muscle takes a nosedive. This is especially true after 70, when hormone levels are naturally lower and every bit of support counts. Your body's muscle-building hormones, testosterone, growth hormone, insulin-like growth factor, and even estrogen in women are all influenced by the fats you eat. Many of these hormones are literally made from cholesterol, and cholesterol comes from dietary fat. If you've been avoiding fat for years because you were told it's bad for your heart, you've been sold a bill of goods. Low-fat diets don't just starve your body of calories, they starve it of the raw materials it needs to make hormones. And when your hormones are in the basement, muscle growth slows to a crawl, no matter how much protein you eat or how much you work out. Healthy fats, also help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, all of which play a role in muscle function, bone strength, and recovery. Vitamin D, for example, is critical for muscle contraction and energy, and without fat in your diet, you won't absorb it properly. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel help reduce inflammation, improve recovery after exercise, and even make your muscles more sensitive to growth signals. That's a big deal when you're over 70 and your body needs every advantage it can get. Not all fats are created equal, though. The fats you want to emphasize are the ones found in real whole foods: eggs, fatty fish, grass-fed beef, pork, lamb, butter, ghee, extra virgin olive oil, avocados, and nuts. These are the fats your body knows how to use. They provide cholesterol, omega-3s, monounsaturated fats, and saturated fats in the natural ratios your body evolved to thrive on. What you want to avoid are highly processed seed oils like soybean, canola, corn, sunflower, and safflower oil. These industrial oils are high in inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids, which can throw off your hormone balance and impair recovery. Here's the bottom line: protein builds muscle, but hormones tell your body how much muscle to build and how well to recover. If you're over 70 and not getting enough healthy fats, you're handicapping your hormone system and slowing your progress. Including a solid serving of healthy fat at every meal isn't just good for your heart and brain. It's a direct investment in your strength, independence, and quality of life. Your hormones are the generals directing your muscle army. Give them the fuel they need, and they'll lead you to victory. One of the biggest traps people fall into when trying to build muscle after 70 is thinking they have to get everything perfect before they start. They spend weeks reading articles, buying supplements, watching videos, and waiting for the perfect diet plan or workout routine to magically appear. Meanwhile, they're losing more muscle, getting weaker, and feeling more discouraged. Let me tell you something: perfection is a myth, and chasing it is the fastest way to fail. What actually works is consistency. Doing the right things most of the time, day after day, beats doing everything perfectly once in a blue moon. Your muscles respond to what you do repeatedly, not to what you do once. If you eat a high-protein meal today, but go back to low-protein, carb-heavy meals tomorrow, you won't see real results. If you lift some weights this week, but skip the next 2 weeks, your body won't adapt the way you want it to. Muscle building and muscle preservation is a game of signals. You have to send your body the same clear message over and over again: we need this muscle. Keep it, build more. That message only gets through with regular, consistent action. Consistency doesn't mean perfection, and it doesn't mean you never miss a meal or a workout. Life happens. You're going to have travel days, busy days, maybe even sick days. But if your default automatic routine is to eat high-quality protein at every meal, get healthy fats to support your hormones, and move your muscles against resistance several times a week, those occasional off days won't derail you. It's the overall pattern that matters, not the occasional bump in the road. Think about it like gardening. If you water a plant perfectly one time but then ignore it for 2 weeks, it's going to wither and die. But if you give it the right amount of water on a regular schedule, it will grow strong, even if once in a while you give it a little more or a little less. Your muscles are the same way. They thrive on steady care, not occasional bursts of perfection. I've seen seniors turn their health around by focusing on consistency. They didn't start with flawless routines or perfectly measured macros. They started by adding an extra egg to breakfast every day, doing simple bodyweight exercises in their living room 3 times a week.